I'm just waiting for y'all to catch up. That's what I see as I look through this game. I see a lot of people that not only listen to Pimp C, but they listened to Pimp C. And if you talk to his contemporaries, you talk to niggas like Tip and all of them, they'll tell you, man, like, man, Pimp was serious. He was serious about the South. He was dead serious. And that's why niggas like the T.I.s and the Killer Mikes and these new generation, that's why they so serious about how their business is handled, how their videos is shot, how their clothes is tailored, all that type. Niggas take pride because they South niggas. And they know it took a lot for South niggas to even get in them rooms.
Mm-hmm.
We finna come through clean. We're not finna show up, you know what I'm saying, looking whatever. Niggas wearing suits, I'm gonna have to clean a suit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas wearing jewelry, watch me. Watch this, I'm gonna show you how a South nigga do it. I take so much pride in watching the show. I just went to Paris with Slim. Boy, I tell you, if Slim Thug ain't learned from Pimp C, I don't know who he learned from. And he a yellow nigga too.
True South nigga.
And he a yellow nigga too, that's the other
He putting on.
And man, putting on for the city, man. It's a lot of niggas putting on, man. I'm proud of these niggas, I really am. They doing them a credit, they doing them justice. By getting out here and get to this paper, man, it's so much money. And these niggas getting it.
Right.
I love it. I used to have to sell one record out of a store. These niggas make one song and sell it 13 different goddamn ways. Nigga don't even have to make an album. Nigga make one good record, he out of here. Look, Chameleon there. Chameleon there came right at the beginning of the digital era. Maxed that hoe out, ringtones, online sales, website, all of that shit.
Gone.
And then that man woke up one day and said, man, you know, eventually this rap shit gonna play out. If our record ain't big like the last record, this show money ain't gonna be like that. I need this show money forever. Like, I need this kind of bread that I'm getting now forever.
Right.
And start moving on it before the shit started going down. And he walked away from the game. Niggas Barry Sanders of rap. The nigga can still rap, can still make music, do all of that shit, but it ain't really necessary. I did what I came to do, I said what I said. And I see some more paper over there, I'ma holler at y'all. Look how hard it is to get a ride out of Ross now. Think that nigga over there worried about rapping? That's probably the smallest check he get. Well, obviously not because he got the label deal and all that. He got incentives or whatever. But these things he trying to do, man, and the effort, the effort that it takes to make the money that he's making from all these other different businesses and everything that it takes to kind of go into the music. Now he's where Jay is. When I make an album, it's to perpetuate my other businesses. When Ho make an album, it is not about the money an album make. He'll make more money from the sponsorships than the album could make, no matter how many it sells.
Mm-hmm. We know Ross.
From the tour partnerships that they'll produce from that type of shit.
Ross getting some money. He got up and left talking to us to go get something in the middle of the conversation.
Nigga, I get into places as a rapper. I ain't never been invited to Coachella. There's no rapper. Niggas ain't never asked me to come to Coachella and say a motherfucking word. They want them burgers again.
Right.
Can you come back and can you do this festival too?
Man, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be open to change, man. You can't be trying to hold on to this shit for too long. God will be calling you and telling you, man, come over here. Nah, I'm good right here. All right, my nigga. All right. Don't say I ain't tell you, and it ain't gonna be here.
When you get back.
When you get back. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be here. They came to me with that. I said, let's go. I've been gone ever since.
I've been to the restaurant in Houston, and we had a conversation, and a lot of the stuff that you said to me in that conversation stuck out. But one of the things that was profound was, you know, you getting to a point where you realize that, you know, the business of UGK got to a certain point, and you realized that it was something else that you needed to be doing, and you didn't know it was this, but the way that the person presented it to you, you knew. Is there a way to be able to tell? Like, is there, like, being somebody that's been in the business for so long, like, is there a feeling that you get, or is there some type of notion that you get to know when it's time to move, as though you've been around it so long?
I do the rodeo every year, right? I do the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo every year in Houston. It's the biggest rodeo in the world, but it's also the biggest music festival in the world. Most people don't know this. They do 21 concerts in a row every night in the football stadium. And the rodeo and everything is separate from the concert. So you buy a ticket and you can go into the carnival and go to the petting zoo and all of that. But if you want to go into the concert, you got to buy another ticket. So they'll do about 2.2 million concert tickets. So, and it's a football stadium. And it's not like when you go see Beyonce and they got the big stage, and so a piece of the stadium, the stage is in the center of the football field. So every seat in that bitch is up for sale. You know what I'm saying? They seat 70, and after 70,000, it's standing room only. I'm the first black man from Houston. It's been happening in Houston. This is the 92nd year. It's been going on for 92 years. I'm the first black man from Houston to ever headline. We've done it.
That's hard.
We've done it twice before. We did it in 2022. We did 73,000 people. We did it last year in 2023. We did 74,000 people. We're getting ready to do it again in March, and I'm putting together the artists for it. And I try to put together a mix of, try to get some younger people. When I say young, I'm 50, so I'm talking about 35, 36.
Right.
Try to put these youngsters on, put these young niggas in the game. You know what I'm saying? But I also try to give it up to my OGs as well. I try to give it up to people that were trendsetters for me. And I called the artist. I'm not gonna say this artist's name at all. I called an artist, and I asked this artist to be a part of it. And the artist said, I would really love to. I have respect for you. I think we just did something together, which we had. We had just performed somewhere together a couple months before. But she was like, I just don't see it being worth just getting out of my house to go rap no more. I just don't see the value in it. LL is out. LL's going on tour, but LL's got a liquor deal. LL's got merchandise. He's got several different corporate sponsors that underwrite it. When people sell, certain liquor in the building, he's getting money from so many different factors. And that's what I want to do. That's the only way I want to move right now. And I don't have to move if I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to pass. I appreciated the fact that that person was able and willing to explain to me something that I felt like I was starting to understand. You got to get yourself to a position in life where you go to work because you want to, not because you have to. Right. My grandfather was, probably close to 90 years old. My grandfather had retired, the house was paid for, he didn't have to, and he would get up every morning and go tend to the yard and go out in the field and go do all this stuff. And he'd be like, why Papa doing? Can't Papa pay somebody to do that? Yeah, of course he can, but
he enjoyed that.
He don't want to sit down and get stuck. If you sit down for too long, you get stuck. And I'm just trying not to get stuck. You know what I'm saying? Now, this artist is not stuck. This artist has other options. They can do a multitude of things, but if they're gonna do that, we gotta do it different. I really can't fuck with it. I really just can't fuck with it. And that's kind of where I'm at now. I got some great business opportunities in front of me that could go a long way. So when I come out and rap now, it's because I've known the promoter for a while. He do good business, it's easy, and I can enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? We go to certain cities now, we just go because we know we can go eat somewhere and we get to see so-and-so them.
Chill.
You know what I'm saying? Let's
Relax.
go, oh, we going to Indianapolis, we get to go eat this and we'll see DJ Prince and them, Oh, we going to Atlanta, so we know we get to go eat here and we'll get to see so-and-so and them like that.
Relaxation time.
And you just gotta think about this shit before.
Getting paid in the back room with guns.
Hey man, look, that shit get old, bro. That shit get old. Shit get old, man, getting paid, having to have pistols when you go to work, man. And it's legal shit. And you still gotta bring a pistol to work. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm working in the wrong rooms. Right. You know what I'm saying? And look, we'll go back and we'll go to Birmingham or we'll go to Lafayette. We'll go to these smaller markets, Mobile and Jackson, Mississippi. We'll still go back, because we've been going for 25. I've been going to Jackson, Mississippi with Stokes for 32 years. Why not go back for 33? I already know the 2 times a year you're gonna call. I know what's going on in town. It's a good time to get a lot of people, be some good food and shit, get to hang out. It's comfortable, it's cool, it's easy, Is he gonna pay me what my time really? Well, not really, but I ain't doing nothing this weekend anyway. Right. I'll go out there and fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? It's comfortable to be able to be at this level of life, to be able to make those kind of decisions, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got grandbabies now, man, I turn down concerts to go to cheer competitions, my nigga. Right. Like, I turned down good, old-fashioned, hard currency to go spend some time with them babies. Because there's times when the kids were younger, and I would work on Thanksgiving because they pay extra on Thanksgiving. And I work on Christmas Eve because they pay extra on Christmas Eve. You work on New Year's Eve. But if you ever worked on Christmas Eve, you come back home Christmas Eve. It's all good. Okay. Fuck I'm doing. Well, if you go work on Christmas Eve and you come home, you can't even play with them babies like you want to.
They already been up.
They done open toys and shit, man. you know, I'm building my company now, man, and two of the people that run this company with me, man, he missed his child walking. He missed the first word because he doing things that he know will benefit this child later. But that shit still hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit still hurt.
Can't buy time.
Can't buy time.
And so that's, if you live long enough and you blessed with the opportunity of having children, and know children are blessed with having children, you try to right those wrongs. You know what I'm saying? You try to do things with the grandkids that you couldn't do with your kids.
That's why the grandparents always treat the grandkids a little bit better.
And you know what your kids say? Who the fuck is this nigga?
Right.
Because I didn't get that nigga.
Who the fuck is this nigga? Yo, Papa, I don't even know this man.
Right.
Not this
I
gangster.
don't know this man at all. This man just did makeup at tea parties.
That's what my brother knew. Oh, you getting the good daddy.
Yeah, man.
Ain't get mad at me, nigga.
You getting the best.
Hey, man,
I was in nothing longer than you.
I ain't even tell him. Welcome back to the 85 South Show. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's the hardest intro of all times right there.
That was it.
That's the hardest intro of all time. Chico, we ain't bringing nothing but legends through here.
Man,
It was a great
got
day
a
today.
real one.
It was a good day. It was a good day today.
A great day.
It was a great
And
day.
I already knew coming in and talking with him, he was gonna want to know this deep UGK shit.
Oh,
The
man.
very deep,
We ain't even
profound
got
shit.
started.
And I knew I was gonna get emotional, but this is a safe space, I feel like.
Most
sir.
definitely.
Beyond the safe.
Can
Right.
Chico do the intro,
Everybody
man?
gonna see this, right?
Man,
Right.
yeah,
The whole
yeah,
world gonna
no,
see it.
everybody gonna see it, man.
Good.
Whole world gonna see it.
Good. I'm good with that.
Man, it brings me great pleasure to have one of the most prolific MCs in hip-hop history from, in my
your talk.
opinion, the greatest
your
hip-hop group
talk.
in hip-hop history.
You biased, but I
I
give you
don't
that.
give a fuck. Yes, I am.
Keep
I'm
going.
beyond biased.
Keep going.
I'm talking about from riding dirty to, I mean, the list goes
Pocket full
on
of
and on.
stones.
Pocket full of stones,
What?
too hard to swallow. I mean, one of the most profound lyricists,
Talk
I
your
mean,
talk.
that has given game all the way through and through for years. I
Talk
mean,
your
helped
talk.
raise me. Now, one of the most prolific businessmen with Trill Burgers, some of the
Keep
most
going.
delicious burgers you'll ever have. And I had one that wasn't even made out of meat and it was good.
You hungry?
I had one before they had the stove.
He did. He was making them bitches backstage. That's how serious he is, man.
Facts.
Literally
Who?
an honor and a
Who?
pleasure to introduce the one and only Bun B.
Thank y'all.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
y'all so much. Thank y'all.
Yes, sir, Ski.
Come on, I got to stand up too, shit, man.
Yes, sir,
I ain't gonna act
Ski.
like I'm better than niggas, man.
OG,
Y'all-
man.
Man, that was hard.
OG, man.
What I owe you for that shit?
Hey, nothing. You don't
OG,
owe
man.
him nothing, man.
Nah, you
you
deserve
giving
it.
all you already needed to give.
You deserve all of it, man.
You the OG, man.
I had to say, man, it's, you know, a lot of shit is not lost on me. And I was a fan of this show. I've kind of been trying to get on this hoe. You know what I'm saying? It's y'all and then it's Club Shay Shay, and I think I might be done.
I appreciate it.
But I remember, I don't tell the story a lot. I remember when I did Big Pimpin'. I'm not gonna get into the shit about making the record. I remember I was at the office, was talking to Dame, and then Hove came in, and there was the day that we were set to record the song, and the nigga said, man, you hungry? You wanna get something to eat? I said, yeah, I'm cool. So we went downstairs, and we got in a nigga Bentley, and we riding around through Manhattan. And I'm like, I just saw this nigga video where this nigga was in this car riding around Manhattan. The shit felt so surreal. And that's kind of how I feel like right now in this room, because I done seen y'all talk to so many niggas in this room and had these conversations. And I'm actually on the sofa. And here's the craziest shit of all. So y'all know when y'all came to Houston, I came to the show. Me and the wife came to the show. And I told my wife, I was like, you know, I'm going to do 85 South. She said, oh, for real? She's like, wait, it's just like, y'all just be talking. She's like, I'm like, no, it's a whole video show. You got to sit down in the room and all that. She say, oh, so that's why the stage got the sofa and everything? Nigga, I was 2 days old when I realized that this shit was a replication, down to the shit on the hang, all shit completely. But here's why, because I watched it from the side. I didn't watch it from the crowd, so I didn't get this perspective.
Right.
I'm been watching you niggas being silly but from the side of the stage. It never, but to be fair, she was on the side too, and she figured it out. So what they tell you about me? I married up.
Right.
Talk your talk.
I married up.
Man,
Did you know even if you have a 401k for retirement, you can still have an IRA? Robinhood has the only IRA that gives you a 3% boost on every dollar you contribute when you subscribe to Robinhood Gold. But get this, now through April 30th, Robinhood is even boosting every single dollar you transfer from the other retirement accounts with a 3% match. That's right, no cap. 3% match. Robinhood Gold gets you the most for your retirement thanks to their IRA with a 3% match. This offer is only good through April 30th. Get started at Robinhood.com/boost. Subscription fees apply. And now for some legal info. Claim as of Q1 2024 validated by Radius Global Market Research. Investing involves risk including loss. Limitations apply to IRAs and 401ks. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold for 1 year from the date of the first 3% match. Must keep Robinhood IRA for 5 years. The 3% matching on transfer is subject to specific terms and conditions. Robinhood IRA available to U.S. customers in good standing. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC is a registered broker-dealer.
BlueChew.com and go get you some so you can make love to your lady. So look, February is here, which is the official love-making month. That's right. So to make sure your tool is in good working order, holler at them good folks over there at BlueChew.com. They can definitely get you right. Trust me when I tell you that. The process is so easy. You just sign up at BlueChew.com. You consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you approve, your prescription gonna be there within days. I'm talking about maybe 1, maybe 2. It just depends on where you live. One of the best things about it, it's all done online. So no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. And we got a special deal for our listeners because we be looking out for people. You can try Blue Chew for free. That's right. All you gotta do is go to BlueChew.com, use promo code 85South at checkout, and just pay $5 for the shipping. That's right. That's BlueChew.com, promo code 85South to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more important details and safety information, and we thank them good people over there at Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. Now, you went on a legendary feature run. What's the most features you think you've done in a day?
In a day?
In a day. In a day, because this is hilarious. So effortless to you,
Knock 'em out now.
You ain't fumbled on no fucking verse.
Nobody has recorded my vocals more than the gentleman over there in the hoodie, Corey Moore.
Oh, he get a whole separate interview.
Yeah.
Well, I already got Corey. Corey Moore gonna do the
And
follow-up.
when I say nobody's recorded me more, I mean more songs over a period of time or more verses in a day. The only project that I don't think you recorded me at all for, Corey, was No Mixtape. I think you didn't do that. And so that was the freestyle album. But I think on one day I did like 7, but they're not features, that was songs. So, But you recorded me for features. How many features do you think you've seen me do in one day? And when we say one day, explain how many features and explain the time. Because the time is the thing. It's not the number of songs, it's how quick we do these.
Turn around.
Yes.
He's never sat in the studio for longer than a 2 or 3 hour period. He'll come in now, 15 minutes, next song, 20 minutes, next song, 10 minutes, next song. I be like, I look up and it's time for the nigga to go. He come in house shoes with a newspaper. You know what I'm saying? It's totally different, bro. 10 in the morning, he gone by 12.
I try to come after traffic is done in the morning, but I need to be gone before traffic started in the evening.
You gotta pick them,
So I be waking niggas up.
grandkids up and all that shit.
I wake up I'm ready to go. When I wake up in the morning, I'm a bundle of motherfucking energy, like they say.
He laid 2 today.
I landed in Atlanta at 11:15. I got to the studio at 12 o'clock. I laid 2 verses and a hook and left the studio at 12:30 and came here.
Damn.
But you said that.
And I'm going to the studio as soon as I leave here.
I seen you say that it don't take you long to rap. Like, it don't take you long. So, do you think that, well, where does that come from?
Having
You know,
something to
'cause-
say. Having something to say. That's the only thing that complicates you when you have writer's block. You really ain't got shit to say. That's what writer's block is. It's not a block of thoughts. It's a lack of thoughts. You ain't taking in enough information. You're not interacting enough with the world. You're not paying attention to what's around you. So you really ain't got nothing to talk about but what's inside your four walls. And that's gonna run dry very, very quickly. So you got to be out, man. You got to be reading. You got to be watching. You got to be talking. You got to be seeing. You got to take in the world. If you don't take in the world, what the fuck are you talking about? You gonna end up just making up shit. That's the problem. People not taking in enough information. And you don't have to be old. That's a very big misconception. You don't have to live long to have wisdom. Wisdom don't come from being old and smart. Wisdom comes from seeing things as they really happen in the world and learning how to adjust to these things. That's where wisdom comes from. But not from being perfect and smart. It's about from being imperfect but resourceful.
Yes, sir. So
I'm sorry, I ain't mean to.
No.
that's what we love.
That's why he came in with that newspaper.
We love that. Like,
But
so,
I would say to answer your question, 7, would that be safe?
And then they
Hey.
giving us the least. Man.
a day.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Because I'm
man.
not in the studio all day. I'm not trying to do all that shit all day. I'm not. Most people go to the studio to avoid home.
right,
I work very hard to get to a house that I don't want to leave.
right.
I'm not trying to leave
People
my
don't
house.
understand that part.
God damn,
Yeah.
no. Why you
Yes,
good?
sir. Yes, sir. I feel you.
That's the whole point of it, man.
Hey,
The
try
work,
to leave the crib,
you're supposed to
boy.
work hard enough to get the home that you can retire in.
Yep.
I learned that from Brewster's Millions. You ever
Yep.
seen the movie Brewster's Millions?
sir.
Pride, hell
Rich
yeah.
Pride. He spent all that money trying to find a room he could die in, right? And at the end, when all the money was gone, the woman had finally given him, he was like, this is it. This is the room I could die in. That imprinted on me. I want to work hard enough to get the money, to get the house that I want to die in. That'll be the next house. I got a nice house right now, but the burger house.
That burger house,
The
yeah.
burger house.
The burger house. That's what you gotta call it. The burger house.
The
The
burger
burger
house.
house.
We don't know.
Burger
We want some-
house.
We want some yard. I don't want a bigger house. I want a bigger
bigger
plot.
yard- bigger
I
plot,
want some
bigger
yard.
land.
I don't need no more house. Ain't but me and her.
Would you stay in Texas for it?
Yeah, that's where the land at.
That's where it's
I
at.
mean, Georgia got something too.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
that's
I'm
too
going.
far to move everything.
Yeah, I mean,
Too far.
I done already started plotting down there. I'm coming.
Yeah, nah, man. I
You
won't
done
land.
been-
I won't
you done
land.
been, you got to be an executive, right? At Def Jam.
Yes.
Work on the executive side. So somebody who done had bad record deals and then get to work as an executive, like, where did those worlds collide at?
So what I did, I was basically the A&R for Def Jam South. So by the time I come into it, you done already signed your deal.
Right.
So I can't really do nothing about that. If you ain't signed a good deal, I can't really do nothing about that. And I can't knock you because I signed one of the worst deals in history. So
Shit.
yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, I'm
it's
just
pretty bad.
sure I won't get to
But
that.
You still
I was
dealing
just-
with it now?
my deal, my record deal,
The bad one.
yeah, I'm still in debt. You know what I'm saying? The way my splits worked and everything, I'm still in debt for about $2 million. But I've also been around long enough that my catalog will revert to me and my balance will go to zero. Because I'm what they call a legacy artist. I was signed before 2000. The only reason that it hasn't all reverted and I haven't got my zero balance yet is because UGK took money after 2000. You know what I'm saying? So we took money in 2007. So technically there's 7 years on the end of where we should have stopped. So I think from here, it's 24, might be 27 or 28, something like that. I think all of this stuff is gonna start reverting back. I could be wrong by a year or two, but I also know that's when UGK will be eligible for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm very interested to see how that goes.
Yes, sir. All the way.
But it's gonna be, to be fair, it's a couple of niggas that's supposed to be in there before I get there. But I am eligible, so whenever y'all get around to it, holla at your boy.
Say no
Oh,
more.
no.
Holla at
Yo.
your boy.
Now, what do you think, being as though you've been rapping for so long, do you have a favorite a favorite Bun B verse that you've done?
I do.
Like if you had to put one in a time capsule when they open it up that defined you when they listen to it, which
Oh, now you say define me. You asked what my favorite was. Goddamn.
Yeah, well, give
The
me
one
both
that
of 'em.
defined me got to be like Highlight for some shit like that. I think Blood on the Dash, which is a record I recorded with Gary Clark Jr. I think that's a very, very interesting record because it's a record about a police interaction from the perspective of the officer and the perspective of the person getting pulled over. So you get to see why the person got pulled over. You get to see what the cop is thinking as he walks to the car, what the person in the car is thinking as the cop walks to him. It's a very different kind of record, and it ends like kind of where they interact with it. You never know how these things go. That's why I left the ending open, because you never know how these kind of interactions will go somewhere. But I did try to, without taking the police side, make sense as to why a cop would be scared at work.
Now, let me ask you this. This is a question
I'm talking about a cop that's scared at work, not a bully cop looking to do something.
This is a question
I feel like a lot of nervous police that shot people. I feel like a lot of nervous niggas that shot people too. But I digress.
Now, in the rap, on Woodwill, you said that you was a conservative liberal.
Liberal, yes.
That's true?
Technically, yeah. But financially, I'm conservative, but lifestyle, I'm liberal. I don't really care what you do in your bed, just don't fuck with my money.
Okay. Capitalist.
That'll do it.
Look, I'm still a philanthropist though, right? I'm charitable, so I'm not about just making money for me. Typically right now at this point, a lot of the money that I'm trying to make won't even benefit me. I'll be dead and gone.
Generation.
You know what I'm saying? So it's more about generational wealth, but also with financial empowerment on top of it. Because it's easy to leave somebody's, money, but if a nigga don't know how to manage $500, giving you more money not gonna help you. People don't get financial education when they get money. They get financial education and then they get money.
Now, you one of the guys that the hip-hop community leans on, like, the one that they grab up when they need somebody to go talk sense.
This nigga turn into Charlie Rose like a motherfucker.
Like a motherfucker. Let me cook. It's 24. But like, you one of the people... Huh? No, nigga, this...
Oh, the boy, you fucked me up. You fucked me up. You fucked me up. I was like, wait a minute, where that voice come from? He got a
laugh out
onesie.
loud for real.
I'm just saying, when they want to hear somebody talk sense or, you know what I mean, be the voice of reason, something, you one of the guys that they go get, like, how does that feel to be in that position? Out of all the rappers, man, they go get you to make sense of some shit or talk to them white people when they need somebody to make sense.
You're not lying, because you were there. I done seen him in a couple markets. I'm like,
I'm just saying, you can go talk, you can go downtown and talk to the mayor and
Why would
get
you
shit.
ask somebody that ain't been through nothing to talk about something?
right.
That's the problem. We put a lot in the lap of the younger artists and think they supposed to. They ain't been through enough shit. Some of these dudes just ain't really been through enough shit. Politics really hasn't come into play in their life in that way. You know what I'm saying? So why would you ask them what they think about politics? They probably don't think about politics. You know what I'm saying? They maybe just don't have a frame of reference. It ain't that they don't know. Here's the thing. Sunday morning in the black household, it's music like Maze, Earth, Wind, and Fire, maybe some church music. That's what's playing in the house in the black home on Sunday morning. In the white home is Meet the Press, This Week with George Stephanopoulos. You know what I'm saying? Face the Nation.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about. You know how to say shit like Stephanopoulos and shit like that.
Well, that's just a name, my nigga. It's not a noun.
What name was? What you said it was?
Listen.
Shit's not a noun.
George Stephanopoulos.
Enough of Monopoly.
But that's just it, man. You know, other people and other cultures typically have an earlier entry point into these conversations. Black people don't even really talk about election and politics, but every 4 years. Meanwhile, it's the
How
niggas.
important it is.
Yeah, but meanwhile, it's the niggas that's on your city council and your school board. They get elected every 2 to 3 years, depending on where you live at. Those are the people that are really making decisions that affect your everyday life. Those are the people that decide whether or not that pothole on your mama's street get filled.
Right.
That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's just not something that we're told is important on a daily basis. They don't teach civics in school no more, but even if they did teach civics in school, it wouldn't matter because it ain't got shit to do with test scores, and that's really all they do in school now is teach kids how to pass state tests so they can keep funding or whatever. They really don't care about actually teaching kids things that could actually benefit them further in life. Because passing a state examination test ain't got shit to do with making money and prospering in this world, not a motherfucking thing. So when young people tell you they don't want to go to college or whatever, well, look what school was. School wasn't shit. Right. It didn't even really engage a lot of these kids. If you're not in an AP class or honors class, your intellect isn't even really engaged, right? They like you. And let's be very, very real. We got a lot of kids in school that don't even want to be in school.
Right.
In the classroom with kids that actually do want to learn something. That's a big problem. That's a big problem. We got classrooms, 35 kids in the room, 12 kids trying to learn, and 23 kids fucking off, right? Because due to home situations, concerns, or lack of involvement in their life, lack of engagement at home, you know, God knows what kind of environment they see and they live in every day. It's this, no one pushing them into an alternative that could benefit them. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so they take that frustration. Somebody said some ill shit the other day. Somebody said, children should sleep in the bed with their parents till they're 7 years old. Because up until then, children are very, very scared. He said when a child is in their bedroom by themselves and they get scared and nobody's there, that's when peeing in the bed starts. That kind of stuff. That's the behavior. Because they're having nightmares and dreams and they're alone. They say when children sleep in the bed with their parents, they tend to not pee in the bed because if they wake up scared, somebody's gonna rub them, caress them, console them in the moment. You know what I'm saying? We have to do a better job of nurturing our children. We can't keep giving kids phones and iPads. It ain't shit, and they understand it better than you, so how the fuck can you monitor your children's social media page when A, you don't know enough about social media, B, you on social media fucking off in DMs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Aggie, your daughter? Your daughter is a teenager, right?
15.
Your daughter's 15. Did you teach your daughter how to create an email account, or has your daughter had to teach you how to create an email account?
No, I taught her, but the thing is, though, that I do with my daughter is I let her lead in regards to the social aspect, because I want to make sure that it's not something that she feels like she needs to hide from me. I want her to show me all the tricks. I want her, when some new shit come out, and that's that the youngest is doing, I want her to be like, Daddy, check this out. Look what they doing now. So I can be like, oh, I'm hip. Because I know that there's no way I'm gonna be able to be in tune with this machine the same way she is. Like something I always say is the Etch-a-Sketch was the iPad. At one point, that was the most profound technology we had, was the Etch-a-Sketch. Now it's the iPad. So eventually, something gonna make the iPad just as irrelevant as the Etch-a-Sketch. And I wanna be in tune with somebody who's gonna grow with it to make me understand it to where I'm not coming in blind trying to, and looking like an old nigga and getting circles ran around.
And that's the thing, right? But the way I look, I feel like you have a very, and I see it in the videos, I feel like you have a very different dynamic with your daughter. Like, it's very understood that you're the father, she's the child, right? But y'all get along. Like, you get along with a teenage girl. That's amazing, my nigga. Like, I know nothing of this. We did not get along with our teenage daughter like this. My granddaughter is 15 years old, bump heads constantly. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you're right, you do have to be more involved with your kids, but I feel like you've been involved before the social media and the electronic come in. Typically, I don't know how many situations I've been in where the parent is trying to do something, the child is bothering them, and the parent just be like, here, just take the phone.
Yeah.
Just take the phone, you know? You ever tried to buy a kid a Fisher-Price cell phone? Man, they look at that shit, like, what the fuck is this? Is this the box? Right. Where yours? That's how they look at you. They look at that shit, they look at your phone, what the fuck is this? Give me the app, nigga. Give me the birds and the bubbles and the shit. Like, what are you doing?
I remember my daughter found a Game Boy and asked me what type of phone this was. I said, damn, whoa. Like, Daddy, she found a Game Boy. She was like, Daddy, what type of phone is this? I'm like, ain't no damn phone, that's a Game Boy. She was like, well, where the phone at? You know what I mean? And then for me, I just know that, I think it comes from me not having a father, because I don't have no reference point. I don't have anything to go back to that a father is supposed to do with their child, so I'm making it up as I go.
Right.
So a lot of things that I'm sure if I had my dad, I probably would be restrictive because it came from and just passed down. I don't have that, so I'm more open-minded.
Yo, what's happening? It's your boy DC on Fly, back at it again with Prize Picks. NBA All-Star Weekend just passed, you dig? So you know we're about to see some good basketball before the playoffs, okay? So go right now and download Prize Picks right now and use the promo code 85South, all right? Getting started is so easy. You register for an account, make it a deposit, and pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stats to win payouts of up to 25 times your entry All first-time users that deposit and use your promo code will receive a 100% instant deposit matchup up to $100. So if you deposit $100, you already know Prize Pick gonna give you $100. If you deposit $85, Prize Pick is gonna match your $85. Available in over 30 states. What you waiting for? Go ahead and download Prize Picks right now and tap the link below. Download Prize Picks today and play daily fantasy sports. Make sure you use our promo code 85South when you sign up. Tell them DC Young Fly sent you. You did.
Don't forget the promo code 85South. 85South. Ooh, 85South.
With a lot of things when it comes to my daughter in regards to letting her lead, because I know that when I was her age, like for example, when we was home for Christmas break, she got a little boyfriend. The boyfriend came to the house, they baked cookies and all that at the house. And I just, naturally was appreciative of the fact that this little girl is a much better human being than I was at 15. Because I got cameras all in my house and I can see what they was doing. They really was just in there being kids. If my mama had cameras in that house when I was 15, she'd have had footage of me jerking off all around that bitch. I'm talking about nothing but me jerking off all around her apartment, nigga. Ain't nowhere in the world I could have been in there with some cameras and then let alone a girl, nigga, I'd have been fucking in her bed. Like, ain't nowhere in the world. So just me understanding that dynamic lets me know that, okay, I got a good baby, so I can't act like she's like me and be as restrictive like I was when I was her age.
Cookies?
They baked some cookies, bitch, look like biscuits. Yeah, I was there. But yeah, I wasn't out. They ain't got there yet.
Right, that's the thing, right? When you are trying to raise your child with the best of intentions, right, and you don't let the worst of you be the reason why you make a certain decision. You don't let how you feel in the day determine how you make a decision, right? Whether or not your child gets to go somewhere depends on how you feel in that day. That doesn't sound like that. You know what I'm saying? If the child has earned the right to go and do something, we should do it regardless of how it inconveniences us. These are the kind of things. You have to be very intentional into what you're doing and why you're doing it. But the child has to also be aware enough to see that, you know what, I know I got a lot of friends, they got a lot of daddies. They daddy do stuff for them and with them, but not like my daddy.
Right.
Like, my dad is really, really like trying to be a daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit's important for children. Most children want to know that they can depend on their parents. Whether they show you the appreciation or not, whether they, you butt heads and all of that shit, man, at the end of the day, when the bullshit is going on, they call home, that mama gonna pick up, and even if mama gonna be mad that a motherfucker, mama come and get me. You know what I'm saying? That right there.
That's security.
That shit goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? Telling the kids, look, if you fuck up, just call me, I'm gonna come get you. You fuck around and get to drinking with somebody, you know you drunk, don't get no call with nobody. Then don't tell them what they gonna do. Call me, I'm gonna come get you. We'll talk about it in the morning. That was always the thing, like, whatever happened, Mama, we got pulled over by the police. All right, we finna come get you.
Right.
We gonna handle this, and we fuck around, get into it with the police. You know what I'm saying? But tomorrow, you have to explain to me about this shit. But we gonna do what we need to do as a family.
Tonight.
Let's come and see if I can get you before we put you in the car.
Right.
If they put you in the car, we gonna go down there and get you. You know what I'm saying? It all went bad. My wife ended up in the car.
You got the wrong motherfucker, man.
No, that day they had the right one. That's the thing.
had the
That
right
day
one.
fucking with her child, they had the right one.
I think that's one thing I do with my daughter. Like, if I make a promise, and she knows, because I'm like, her friends, dad, they do whatever their jobs is, but I'm like, you also got to understand that your friends' parents are successful as well. They just do different jobs.
Right.
Your daddy is an entertainer. This is why I be gone, so I can do. But I'm here to tell you, it's not gonna be like that for too long. I'm gonna tell you, when I gotta retire early, because first of all, I want to, and like you said, you want to retire in the house, you want to die here.
Absolutely.
So I don't want to be out here doing all this extra work. So what I'm trying to tell you is, you're in the first grade. I got time, but I ain't got too much time. I'm trying to make sure I be there at least by middle school. So You 5th grade?
And that,
6th grade?
and
Oh,
that's-
baby, dad at home every goddamn day, bitch.
That's with the blessing of being like almost immediately successful. And when I say immediate, some people it take 10, 15, 20 years. If you crack that nut in the first 5 years, you beat the game.
Right.
Like you beat the game from the first time you pick up the pen to the day you sign that paper. In 5 years, you beat the game like a motherfucker.
You gotta go. You gotta go
It
hard.
take way longer than that for a motherfucker to pick up a basketball and bounce it for 5 years and get in the NBA unless he's 7'2".
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. So no, and it's kind of hard to designate what hard work is in entertainment,
Right.
right? Because it's not physical labor, but it's physically taxing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Spending a lot of time with creative energy, it takes a lot out of the body. People don't know that.
So you're traveling.
You know what I'm saying?
Brain.
Traveling, getting up. My body don't even know how to work when I'm at home now. You know what I'm saying? I will automatically wake up about 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, not just because I'm old, because my body expects me to have to get up and go to the airport.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I never miss flights. I don't miss nothing because my body already know. I don't be tired dragging through the airport.
Ain't
I
how
don't
you go to sleep?
Who, me?
I can't go to sleep.
I go to sleep when I get tired. I fall asleep. I don't go to
nap.
sleep. I can't lay in the bed and just go to sleep.
I can't do it either.
That don't just work for me. I get in the bed when I'm tired. But just like, time to go to bed, what the fuck that mean?
Right.
My body don't know what the fuck that mean. I done been to sleep I've probably been asleep in a 24-hour period every goddamn minute.
Facts.
In the day. At some point in my life, I done been asleep. What time is it right now?
I done been asleep on one of them.
I done been asleep at this time of day
One time.
many times.
Right.
Many times. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I'm tired, my pastor told me a long time, shout out to Pastor August, Walter August. And man, I say, my wife get mad because I be taking naps in the daytime. He say, why do you take naps in the daytime? I say, because I be tired. He say, why are you tired? I say, because I work long nights. That's just the rest of your sleep.
Yeah.
Your sleep, the 8 hours that you're supposed to get at night,
Catching up.
yours, young man, are broken down in 3, 1.5, 45 minutes, 1:15. Like your 8 hours are accumulative.
Mm-hmm.
So when you tired, go to sleep. Like when you tired, go to sleep because you're no good to nobody unrested. And me, I can it trips my wife out. Let's say I got to perform at 1 o'clock. It take 30 minutes to get from the hotel to the club. I'm gonna sleep till 12:15.
Facts.
I'm gonna sleep till 12:15, get up, jump in the shower, get dressed, go downstairs. Let's go. And she be like, what did you get out of that? How the fuck could you have gotten anything out of that? I be jumping around like a rabbit. And that mother like, what you mean? I'm ready to go.
Come right
Let's
back
do
and lay
this.
right back down.
My wife lay down for 30 minutes. She gonna continue to lay down
Be out of it.
beyond for several 30 minutes. People ain't no good, but because of how we used to move and the place we had, I used to have to stay in hotels with the front door exposed. Like La Quinta Inn, Red Roof, that type of shit.
Right.
I come up in that era, where even the nice hotel, you was exposed to the street. So
Right
you
outside,
go, yeah,
knock
so
on the
you
door.
go,
So you can hear the traffic.
it be certain days where you have a show, and I'm old and I can talk about this shit. It be certain days where you be like, damn, there was some fine ass girls in that club. So when the cars start turning, because they already know, they got an idea where the rappers are staying when they come to the town. So when them cars start turning around, you be picking out the room, see if it's a car full of girls, then you go stand outside acting like you smoking weed. But then you go to that gangsta ass city, right? Where you can tell them niggas is lurking. Hey man, get back to this motherfucking room,
Right.
close them blinds, cut the lights off, lock them doors, don't let them niggas know where you at. I hope you got ice and sodas in your room.
Right.
Cause we leave this club, we going straight to that hoe. Fast. Shut it down. And then you see them niggas lurking around that hoe. Cause they know all they need to find out what door that door kicked in.
We kicked in.
That door's kicked in.
I tell them now, no doors on the outside.
It took a lot.
Yeah, no.
It took a lot for us to start flying. Pimp never got comfortable with flying.
Why?
Because he couldn't bring no pistol.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Y'all old
yeah.
school, old
Y'all
school.
Because he couldn't bring no pistol.
Y'all ain't driving to New York.
Y'all came up during the time when it was really real, when you show up and wasn't no way to put no insurance on yourself by going live and talking crazy and letting niggas know, oh yeah, we gonna do this. Wasn't none of that.
Insurance? Shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, nigga.
When
That
you were
back
going to
then-
the city and there was heavy gangster shit going on, you tried to get in quietly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lay low. Yeah, you know them West Side niggas and them North Side niggas beefing out here. I don't even. Where the show at? show on the east side. Fuck, that means niggas from both sides coming.
Oh, Chico will tell you, we're switching
Let's be-
goddamn room
let's be
in a minute.
What?
We'll be
Fuck
let's
around
be
and hit the
focused.
city and then they didn't get a nice lick.
motherfucker, yeah,
I'm
nah.
switching room.
Hell
anyway.
nah. If I get to a city, the motherfucker too excited to see me at the front desk, I'm not staying at that hotel.
First of all,
Nigga, hell nah.
First of all, a promoter ain't. Promoters don't book my travel, my hotel, and none of that shit.
I still got
see you
doing
at
my
sound check, my nigga.
You stop doing that shit then.
No, I book my own travel.
about to say.
I don't name no nigga.
I see you at sound check and at the show.
I started booking my
But
own
we won't
travel.
we won't come drop the money off. I see you at sound check. I said.
I started booking my travel when I realized this nigga, I was his show off.
And nigga done booked the room right next door.
No, he done booked me to hang with him. Nigga, we going, yeah, man, you know your room ain't ready yet, so you can just ride with me. If we go get something to eat, finna go to, nigga, I went everywhere. And he like, I got DC, he in the car.
In the first
I'm
year,
like, I'm not your bitch.
in the first year of UGK, we went to a very small town in Louisiana. This is in the first year of UGK. We went to a very, very small town in Louisiana. And we got to the Ramada Inn. That's how long ago it was. Got to the Ramada Inn with the doors on the inside. So it was
a nice one.
It was nice. And now, you know what I'm saying? And then we checking in, and the nigga was like, well, shit, here you go, my nigga. And they gave me some crack. They gave me some crack. I was like, what the fuck? You know, I thought y'all might want to go hang on the cuts and slang some shit while you was here.
Oh, so he
That nigga gave y'all some crack to sell?
that's a nice hotel.
Like, just for us, you know, so we would feel more comfortable.
Right. Oh, man.
Damn.
We go a couple nigga bag.
You turned it down, but I wonder who the nigga was like, man, I fuck with you, bro. You a real nigga, bro. Get out here and sell this crack for this show.
You said they outside.
My nigga gave me 2 8-ball.
I'm gonna go crazy. Damn.
Now, to be fair, it was like a quarter slab, so I probably would have made about $350, $400.
That nice.
You know.
That nice.
And
For the
back then,
free ski?
and to be fair, back then I wasn't making no hellified money rapping. This first album, first year. Damn. You know what I'm saying? So Nick could have used that little extra dollars, but not that case.
So tell it like the difference from now, cause I hear you say like I'm making more now than what I did back then. Now this when the album's popping, going crazy. So even still with show money, it was still a little bit tight.
Well, it wasn't that it was tight, right? It took a while for the money to catch up to the fame. See, we didn't have videos, we wasn't in magazines, so
Y'all
niggas
really
didn't
was
even
the
know who we
underground
was
kings
and
for
shit
real.
like that until we actually went somewhere and did something. So it became more of a word of mouth thing. Like, you know, did y'all see them niggas, what they look like, all of this type of shit? And then we come and we do the shows and the reputation, them niggas came, they're some real niggas. And them niggas was jamming too, you know? So a reputation started to kind of spread from that, you know? But it's a lot different now than it was then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People would actually go to the club and be willing to listen to a motherfucker they hadn't really heard before do some music. I'm not gonna hear that shit now.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if your shit wasn't jamming and the girls got off the dance floor, I don't even know if clubs really have dance floors no more. All I see is tables and shit. You know what I'm saying? But if the girls got off the dance floor, nigga, that was it for you. DJ might get this shit out of here type of shit. But it was, the clubs back then was a lot different than now, and it was the same. Wasn't no bottle service or none of that type of shit.
Right.
But it was a lot more fighting. I will say it was a lot more. You know, I see now every now and then, like if it's a problem at the club, somebody will get shot.
Right.
Damn.
That's typically when you know it's a problem at the club.
Right.
Somebody gets shot. And people ain't getting shot at the club every night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every now and then people get shot, but back then, no, it was some, you went to the club with 4 or 5 niggas, y'all better be ready to fight.
There's some squabbling going on.
Yeah, so when we first used to leave, we'd be in about 4 or 5 car caravan. So we was only going to small hood. We leave Port Arthur, we going to Lake Charles, better be ready to fight. Going to Lafayette, better be ready to fight. Go to Strawberries and Bro Bridge, you best be ready to fight. You go to Baton Rouge, you better be ready to shoot. Go to New Orleans, you really gotta go to New Orleans? All right, well, you gotta go to New Orleans, bring your gun, but try not to shoot, because they got guns.
Yeah.
They got guns. That was the first time I saw, like, a bunch of niggas with AKs. Like, most of the niggas in New Orleans in 93 when I went out there.
93, that real. I won.
Who we got to talk to about getting us a Trill burger out here?
As far as what?
Good franchise.
We
I
need
could have
us.
brought you one. It would have been cold and shit.
No, we
but-
need.
Nah, we want a
we
franchise.
need a franchise.
Oh no, it's gonna be a minute before you get that here.
Why?
A minute before you get that here. These things take time.
Damn.
We're not just popping them up like that. This is a real business. It takes time. I got to figure out where I need to open up in Atlanta. And see, everybody want a franchise, right? Everybody, man, I need a franchise. I want a franchise. Just tell me you want. Let me hold something. just tell me, let me hold something. But that's what you're asking when you ask for a franchise.
Oh, let me hold something.
Well, give me some burgers then. Goddamn.
God damn, let me hold something.
I mean, niggas say I got a lick and everybody want in. I get it. It's a lick. It look like it's paying up.
No, see, I don't want the lick. Instead of me going to try to extend and help Subway, I'd rather fuck with Trill Burger.
Just keep buying burgers. You're healthy.
Just keep buying your burger.
Because if I just sell a franchise, that means you get to make the money. If I give you a franchise, you just gonna operate it. Can I keep the money?
No, you gonna pay-
You have the
pay the
franchise.
franchise.
You know the franchise, you got to pay the franchise fee, and don't you get a percentage of the store?
I get royalties. As soon as you fuck up, I get it back. I get the whole store back.
Ain't nobody fucking up.
Ain't nobody coming in here, man.
I might. I
Why
don't
you
know,
want to
man.
rob a burger place
I might
for,
only want to
man?
sell the niggas that I know gonna fuck
We
up.
ain't got nothing but
So the
beef
rights
in here,
revert right
man.
back. You need about 3 months. Y'all gonna buy the wrong meat. Try to get some cheaper bread.
Hell no, we gonna go through your
Now we
people.
gonna go through the SOP.
We not gonna be in Trill Burger selling Wendy burgers.
The powers that be. Yeah, I
Not you
feel you.
niggas.
Nigga have an
literally.
inspection coming here and be like, these ain't Trill Burgers. Fuck at this. Puh, man.
That's why I'm so scared of, like, letting this brand get away from me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I'm gonna do.
Right.
I know how I move.
I don't know how you
know what I'm
operate.
saying? And I know why I'm doing this. I built this, you know what I'm saying, because it was a really good product, and I knew that my culture could help grow this company. And it's a great way of showing how hip-hop can pretty much sell anything in this world, and so that niggas can think broader. Everybody ain't gonna have a burger, but everybody's gonna find something from their career, from their lifestyle, from their culture that can translate to something else. The skills that I learned to sell music are the same exact skills I use to sell burgers in terms of promotion and marketing.
Facts.
I knew my album was jamming, so I ain't had no problem going to the city, getting on the radio, going to a club, playing some music. You know what I'm saying? I know niggas gonna like my shit because my shit jamming. Same thing with the burger. I don't have no problem going to New York, California, Florida, St. Louis. I don't give a fuck where we gotta go with this burger. I'll take it anywhere because I know this bitch gonna go.
Have you
I
always
know
been
like a
known for
confidence.
having good burgers or
No,
just
not at-
chefing up
Say
shit?
he
Not
ain't
at
know
all,
nothing
not
about
at
the
all.
burger business.
I ain't never been in. I had a food blog. Well, I still got a food blog. We've been doing about 12 years now. But I ain't no hellified cook like that.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't make this burger. He brought me this burger. Asked me to be a partner.
But when you
nothing wrong
say
with that.
that you don't like being in the studio, when I came to the burger spot, you was in there walking around, greeting people, being in there. Like, so is there a different passion for that than you have
This
for what has
burger
made
is
you?
for me what UGK was for Chad.
Wow. Damn. That's a hell of a statement.
I
right
can
there.
see all the way to success, just like he saw with the music. It was a clear path to success. Just let us do what the fuck we do. They wouldn't let us do it on Too Hard to Swallow. They kind of tried to let us do it on Super Tight. Only until we said, man, just give us some equipment and get the fuck out the way. And don't change nothing we give you. Like, don't change one song, nothing. If the sample don't clear, call us and tell us, we'll reproduce it. Right. Once they gave us what we needed to have to make the music and got the fuck out the way, it all started making sense. That's all I needed with this burger was an opportunity to cut through all the bullshit and just put the burger in front of motherfuckers and let them try the burger. So I took the burger everywhere that I could go. And that's why I say Coachella would never give me a credential to even get in that hole. You know what I'm saying? I had artists parking. I had my own golf carts around that hole. I'm moving around these fellas. I'm flexing around these hoes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What's up, boy?
I'm
Grab one of these
moving around
burgers,
rolling
bitch.
loud, man. Shout out to Alex and Tarek and Matt and them over at Rolling Loud. I'm talking about I'm having it my way
Right.
in that hole. You know what I'm saying? All on burger. First phone call I made to Rolling Loud. I set up a call. First, they say, hey, man, look, OG, we have so much respect for you, man. We're so happy to have you, you know, wanting to be interested in being a part of the festival, but we just want to be very clear and transparent. The way we book talent, I'm like, whoa. I ain't trying to rap. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were, no, I'm trying to do the burgers. Oh, say no more. What do you want to do? Where you want to go? They sent us the map. Where you want to put them? How you want to do that? Doors that the music could not open. A lot of people think this rap shit is going to get you everywhere you want to go. No, they want to know how you became successful What is your skill set? What did you work hard and train to do? How does that transcribe into other spaces? When I was a rapper, I do this thing called Gumball 3000 every year.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for the last 13 years. These are some of the richest people in the world, like literally, some of the most liquid people, not just paper money, liquid people in the world.
And
I've
they
had
got
great
money, they
friends.
can just race around in
Yeah,
race
just
cars
fucking
and
off.
Lamborghinis and
Yeah.
shit.
And I've had amazing relationships and made great friends. But because none of them was really in the entertainment business, there was nothing really, there was no business to talk about. Now that I'm in this space right now, everybody is, hey man, I do market research for this. Hey man, I do capital funding for this. Hey man, I do this, I do that, all of these kind of things. Now they can help me. You know what I'm saying? Now people can help you. There's probably somebody right now watching, all you niggas at home and ladies, whatever, however you refer to yourself, or, you don't have to use a derogatory term like that, but everybody watching right now, somebody out here in your life is in a position to help you. You just won't go there. Most people train for a position. You go to a job. Hey man, I'm here for job A. Well, we're not hiring for job A. We're hiring for job D though. It's actually a good opportunity. Well, I've been training for job A. No, we'll train you for job D. We'll train you for that. Well, I still need to work. No, there's the salary. You'll get some more money and we'll train you because we really need people to work in D right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I really want to work in A because A probably a glamorous job and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Look, we've got some open positions right now. You fighting against where God trying to pull you because you're trying to go where you think you need to be. I stopped fighting. I just was ready for opportunity to hit me. And when that hoe hit me, I took that hoe, I took off running. I knew exactly what to do with it when it came, and I wasn't tied up into some other bullshit, passing time, fucking off, just to be saying I'm doing something. You know what I'm saying? I went and did my little shows, I had my other little investments and shit like that, and I sat back and I waited. And when that boy brought me that burger, I was ready to motherfucking go, and I'm still ready to go because I just touched the surface. I'm just getting started with this burger. Everything people think this burger might be, it's gonna be, and then some. Trust me.
I just want the church burger and ATL, man.
I gotta be careful about talking about the burger because it start making niggas hungry.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
definitely want one.
That's my job though, to make you want to eat that motherfucker.
I give you credit because you was talking this passionately about it before it even came. When you came to do Wildin' Out, remember me and Los was telling us about what you was going to do. Like, I'm going to get into the burger business. We was like, the burger business, for real? And you was just as passionate about it then.
Yeah, because I was eating a burger.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
I know what this burger is. The only people that don't know are the people that ain't ate it. When you eat this burger, all this shit you see online, all these Instagrams and TikToks and all these all that shit, when you see the burger and you eat that bitch, it all makes sense. Because still right now, people that know me and love me still believe that it can't be that good. It's no way this burger can be as good as these people say it is.
I knew that shit good.
Them people, his friends, dog, they gonna say that. Toby, I was at Coachella with Toby. Toby was with Earth Gang. Mm-hmm. It was with Earth Gang.
Was school with them.
And I think it's Olu.
Olu. Mm-hmm.
Olu was there eating the burger. And Olu was like, man, this motherfucker good as hell. And Toby said, nigga, when he first brought it to me, I thought I was gonna have to lie when they cut the camera off. Because he was willing to support me regardless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't sure if it was gonna be good or not. But with the camera rolling, he still was gonna act like, man, ate the burger, the wife ate the burger, and them cheering started. When them cheering, that's where I'm from, not kids, cheering. When them cheering started eating the burger, and them eyes get big with them cheering, you know you good to go, because you got to take them cheering where they want to go.
Got to get something to eat for them cheering.
Ain't no way getting around that. That's what them cheering want. And you know they gonna eat it and go be quiet somewhere?
Right.
We'll eat that 2-3 times a week.
Hell yeah.
But I knew I had it.
Got that.
I gotta ask, just for my own,
Still want a franchise, nigga.
for my own personal,
I will. It's just gonna take some time.
just
Get
me
there.
wanting to know, what's your favorite Pimp C verse?
God damn.
Probably Shattered Dreams,
Okay.
because it's a very obscure UGK record.
Mm-hmm.
It's lost in the middle of a lot of really, very classic UGK style records. But Shattered Dreams is really him. Like, that's him. Like, he was the one they said was too young, too short, too this, too that, was never gonna make it. And I used to be like, when niggas would play music, like, my nigga, that shit ain't jamming, that shit ain't jamming. And people would be like, man, you can't tell people that shit. Tell them what to do better. Just don't tell them it's bad. You gotta tell them what to do better, because if you don't tell them how to improve themselves, they ain't gonna get no better. He would always tell, but then niggas can't stand criticism. Be like, man, I ain't gonna lie, man, your rhymes is cool, man, but them drums ain't gonna work. Them drums is terrible, though. That shit ain't gonna work. Who make your beats, dog? You need somebody better to make your beats. Just rap over other nigga beats to keep your style going, but you gotta find this nigga beats is trash, bro.
Right.
Like this. And niggas be like, hey man, listen to my beat. All right, but when it's over, I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
Right.
Say, man, you can't make rap music. I don't know what it is you want to do with your life, but this ain't it. This ain't it for you. Not like this. You got a lot more to do. Don't play no more music for nobody for about 2 years. That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. When you put yourself out there, man, you got to be willing to accept the criticism as well as the accolades. You know what I'm saying? And Shattered Dreams was really about him saying, don't let nobody tell you you can't do it just because you ain't ready right then and there to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because nobody said, it wasn't a motherfucker thought we was gonna be who we eventually became. You know what I'm saying? Even his mama, who wasn't really sure about it, but supported him anyway, once she saw where this shit was going, she stopped her whole life to get behind him and support him because she saw that it was actually going to be something real, something tangible that was gonna take her child very far in this world. And so she just wanted to get behind him and help. And that was a very, very unique relationship because Pimp was the only child. Pimp's mama was the only child. So he didn't have a bunch of aunties or uncles. He had them through marriage and shit like that. But it was his grandmother, his mama, and him. Like 1, 2, 3. And so there was no way that she was gonna stand to the side and not get behind him. Because we had just got into it with a record company, just fired the manager, got sued by the manager, attacked by the IRS, all this type of shit going on. And Pimp Mama had a nice, comfortable company, you know what I'm saying? They owned damn near all the vending machines and put all so they had good money. And she gave all of that shit up, let business go all the way down, just to help him. And he eventually brought back more than the vending machines ever could have made for the family. Just those kind of things, man, those kind of moments that really took us from where we was going to where we needed to go, from somebody sewing into us, somebody believing us. And you gotta understand, this is UGK at its worst, at its lowest moment. And somebody came in and believed in us enough to take everything they had to help us turn this shit around. And so for him, it was always about don't let no one shatter your dreams. Don't let nobody tell you you're not gonna be who you think you can be just because you not that person now. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to be cool at a certain time. Everybody want to be cool when everybody else is cool. You're in high school, you're a freshman, you want to be cool like a senior. You're in college, you're a freshman, you want to be cool like a senior. You're a young adult, you want to be cool like older people. I always tell people that everybody got X amount of time that they supposed to be cool. Most people use it up very early, and there's no cool left when they get older, because they didn't prepare to be older. I was told, take your youth and work hard. Don't try to be cool. Work hard, stack your money. When you don't understand life and you got money, then you gonna really be cool. You got good credit, some cash in the bank, you know what I'm saying? And you hadn't got caught up with nightlife and fucking off and just spending money on bullshit. All you know is about being conservative with money. Right. Now you got some real money and you can now you can really spend money now. Right. Now you can spend it on shit that you know you're gonna get everything out of. Typically, young people spend money on their company. It's collective. If we got 5 people and it's $20, we're gonna buy $10 worth of weed, some beer, and some blunts, and we gonna all collectively do that. And if one of us, if we young, get more than the rest, we want it, because it's not fun being by yourself. You get older, you got some money, you're not trying to spend it on nobody. Nobody. I only have a birthday party when somebody pay me to have a birthday party. I don't want to celebrate my birthday with other motherfuckers. My wife was very, very adamant about that shit. We are not doing no public goddamn birthday parties no more. Fuck that, spending your money to go to a club so other people can have fun. The fuck is that about? But then I'm an entertainer, so I would get paid. I get paid to do my birthday party. But then that stopped being fun. You book a whole weekend of birthday shit, you know, went out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you tired.
Nigga, Thursday, I'm tired.
And you still got Sunday.
Y'all go
So I
Friday.
walked in the Sunday night party miserable than a motherfucker.
I'm
I
good.
ain't going. You niggas can have that shit.
How many times y'all niggas try to get money back?
I won't take it. If you ever see me booked at a club, a nigga was tripping. Because what I charged him to go, he must have thought I was somebody else. Because I'm not going. It ain't enough money you can pay me to go in
I
there.
be in the
You
bed
ever see
every
me at
night.
the club? They pay for these head, Bob.
Every now and then, me and my wife will go out on the road. We be in a certain city and we go get a good dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And if I ain't doing one of these little tours that's done by midnight, and I get on them covers and they call me at 1 o'clock talking about it's time to go to the club.
Relax.
Man, get that nigga that money back, man.
My body shut down after 11:30.
Over with.
11:30, my body shut
Get that
down.
money, nigga that money back. He ain't gonna want he ain't gonna want the back end. He gonna want, man, get that nigga that money back. Come get it.
They think you coming.
Come get it.
Man, I don't care. Club
get
back. You already made your money.
And he'll cover you, but you really want to get them niggas their money back? No, nigga, I had to get out the bed down at the door. We might as well go now. Shit.
A promoter thought I was coming in because wasn't nobody there. He said, you still coming? I said, nigga, we are the club. I'm going
I don't give a
home.
damn if it's 4 people or 4,000. I'm finna come and give you the best that I got.
No, but wasn't nobody in there.
got.
Wasn't nobody in there.
I'm rap for me. It's practice.
But he ain't had my
Fuck
back
it.
end.
Who get paid to go to practice?
He ain't had the back end. I can see if he had the back end.
We might as well just sit in the car. Me and him would just sit downstairs in the car and play some music, and I'll rap in the passenger seat.
No, my car was still driving out while we were talking. I was like, hey, I'm about to leave. No, nigga, get my money.
I've only ever done one show where a nigga didn't have my money because an OG of mine, rest in peace, Wicked Crick, told me I needed to do it for the kids. And that's the first time and probably the last time I ever did it for the kids.
Did it for the kids. For the kids.
I give the kids some money.
But I ain't doing it for the kids.
I give the kids some money. Like, let me make my money. Okay, here you go, kids. Here you go. The $20 for you, nigga. Well, I'm not, no. My kid, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. You know, not your kid. No. You know how on the plane when they say you got to put the mask on yourself before you help somebody? I can't help your kids if I don't help me.
Right.
I
And
can't
then if
help
we
y'all.
need this in order to breathe, how am I help somebody suffocate? Put this on. No, nigga, I gotta put it on.
You put the mask on the baby first. You try to put it on you, you pass out. The baby can't help you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Damn.
Then the baby gonna fuck around and take it off himself. Not understanding the situation.
That's crazy.
Man.
That motherfucker listening
So many
to this.
goddamn questions, man. I remember you saying that you know, when you went and when y'all did Big Pimpin', you felt like you had something to prove on that record as far as the lyrical part of it, you know, rapping. You know what I mean? And showing that the South got bars and the MC part of it. Did that make you feel like you got there? Was it that point that you felt like, okay, now I got the respect, or was it a later point?
Sometimes you go and see niggas playing basketball at the YMCA, and most niggas is just there, get a workout in, play some ball, have some fun, and then you got that one motherfucker that come in there and want to hoop in the wild like it's scouts in the goddamn bleachers in the stands or some shit. That's how I rap. I decided very early that every rhyme I write could be my last rhyme. So I gotta put every goddamn thing I want to put in these motherfucking songs before I get out of here. Now, in the case of Big Pimpin', I had every intention on going and just putting up bars on bars on bars because of who I was working with. But he had intentions on doing a party record. Like, that was the thing. It was not like Renegades, where this is a beat and me and you finna rap against each other. This is like, oh, this is my party record. This ain't one of those records. This is my party record. And y'all niggas make good party music. Come get on this party record with me. I went and got on the party record, but I wasn't rapping about no party or no shit like that. Like, since I'm already here, and I know a bunch of motherfuckers that I don't know gonna be here, let me just do what I do. And that was the whole point of Pimp not even wanting to do the record, because he didn't feel the record allowed him to do what he do.
He did it.
You know what I'm saying? That's why he only did 8 bars, because he was like, I don't want to rap on this shit, but
But them the most memorable.
I'm gonna do 8 bars, probably the most memorable recited 8 bars in hip hop history, you know? But that was the thing about a nigga like that. A nigga like that didn't need to say a lot to be impactful. Pimp could rap. Pimp could rap very well.
Yeah, he could.
But Pimp never felt a need to import skill and all of that shit, which he could do all of that shit. And there's moments throughout, you know, the career where you'll see Pimp, you know, showed some dexterity. It was always there, but he just didn't want to get confused. Like sometimes I put a bunch of words in there, and I put some big words. You might even know what the fuck it means. You might need to go read
Presario, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So
big Southern rap pimp Presario. What the fuck is a Presario?
well, I mean, he's a person held in high regard that typically holds a high standing.
Here go one right here.
System.
I mean, I know it was him, but I didn't know the definition. Thank you, Nick.
But him, he just didn't want to be misunderstood. That's why a lot of his rhymes are very slow and dragged out. They're intentional. I could rap fast on this record, but I don't need to rap fast on this record for you to know what the fuck I'm trying to say on this record. Me, I tried to put a word or a syllable everywhere they could fucking go. I wanted to rap over I wanted to touch every goddamn beat in the motherfucking record. And this is before we even had Pro Tools. Ride Dirty's the first rap album done on Pro Tools.
For real?
We had beta version of Pro Tools. It wasn't even available for people. The studio we worked at was given the beta version of it to test it because he was like the #1 radio commercial producer. He had the largest sound bank in the country. And, Joe found him and we was over there working and they were like, yeah, this is gonna help us record everything faster. But I didn't want to punch in because I didn't want to say nothing in the studio that I couldn't say on stage. So punching in to me was kind of like a cheat, So I didn't punch in for years. And it was just really like, we just don't have time, man. Just fucking punch in kind of a thing.
So you want to do the whole verse at one?
Yeah, always. Because when I get on stage, I got to do it all in one. Technically, there was a hype man at UGK for a small period of time, Bobo, the Psycho, Bobo Luciano.
Bobo Luciano.
Yeah,
Podcast now.
Super Tight TV was the hype man for UGK. But it was more performative than anything. Like, we didn't really need nobody doing backing vocals and shit like that. He just brought more energy. That's why he was a hype man, because he brought more energy to the show, because we were just niggas rapping, walking back and forth. He made the shit a little bit more entertaining. But, no, man, I just always wanted to be able to out-rap all these niggas. I never needed to be the best rapper all the time. I just needed to be better than the nigga in front of me.
So
I tend to rise against the competition.
A Pimp C song I always wanted to hear a Bun B verse on. Or a song that I wish you would have been on. I Know You Strapped.
Yeah, but that was a personal song, to be fair. That was
I know,
personal.
but that shit was...
No, the beat is hard. There's a lot
hard
of...
as fuck,
Look, man, there's songs that y'all will never hear that has some really flagrant shit on it. Very, very flagrant shit on it. And I always tell people, man, if you got something on your chest, if you're an artist, man, go to the studio and say it, but you ain't got to put it out. Just get that out your system so you don't be walking around feeling like that on a motherfucking day, because that shit could affect your judgment, how you handle shit in a moment. And he had a lot of moments like that where he would just be at the house aggravated. And again, he's in Atlanta, I'm in Houston. So I don't hear a lot of shit till I go to the house. And then, even then, they're not trying to play that shit for me. Because I would be like, where the fuck did this came from? And then I'm start asking niggas, so you know this nigga made this record? Y'all sitting around like...
And ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
And ain't nobody said nothing.
Ain't nobody say shit.
If y'all ain't tell me, that means y'all ain't tell him nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but whatever, like I say, I would just let these things be what it was gonna be. And I'd be like, and I'd have to tell niggas, you know what would happen if this record come out, right? You know what's gonna happen if this song will get out there. You know it's going from 10 to 1,000. That type of shit, And
he would take your guidance on that probably more than anybody else's.
He'd take it into consideration.
I mean, we ain't never heard the shit,
he was
so
gonna
he took
do
it into
what he was gonna do, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of time, Pimp, I don't know if this is the right way to frame this, but Pimp was fucking with niggas a lot. Like, Pimp was fucking with niggas a lot, right? And really just like, Pimp would fuck with niggas because he could. I don't know no other way to say it. He would fuck with niggas because he could, and he really just was like, I'm gonna go on stage tonight and diss this nigga, right? And then he'll go on stage and diss the nigga, and I'll be like, man, what the fuck was this? Oh, Pee-wee, I'm just fucking around. Niggas ain't gonna do shit.
The fuck you know, nigga?
I'm like, somebody might want it if they standing next to the wrong niggas when they hear this shit, you never know. But I mean, to be fair, like that wasn't a concern for us for many, many years. That wasn't like, we weren't worried about niggas coming back and doing nothing for a long time. you know. So I just, you know, there's a lot of shit. I just was just, all right, well, and I knew niggas couldn't fuck with me, you know.
Right.
And we couldn't fuck with us. So it would just, these things would be said and then, you know, it would kind of just live out there. But it wasn't social media.
Right.
Right?
So
It wasn't on
word of
social
mouth.
media. So unless you was in Birmingham that night or you was in Dallas that night, right?
Nigga said that shit.
Yeah, when that nigga said that shit. But we did go on a little tour, like day for day talking shit, and that kind of got out. That went a different way. But I mean, look, man, what you gonna do? The man was a grown man. You know, he felt how he felt.
It is what it is.
It was just gonna be what it was gonna be. And I never really felt threatened by most people in that sense. Or maybe I was young and ignorant about shit, because anybody could obviously get killed, and so many people have died from this culture. But I don't know, man. That's why I say I'm a much older, calmer nigga right now, because I realize how much shit I actually really was in at certain parts in my life.
Right.
Like, even casually, like, people could have gotten killed. And everybody's not here, man. Everybody's not here. You know, some people died naturally. Some people died differently. And I just sit back and look at this shit, and I'm still going up. I deal with a lot of survivor's remorse. You know, I deal with it because a lot of people sold into who I eventually became, and and almost all of them are no longer here to see it. So I have to live in a way that these people were expecting me to live. I got to carry myself in a way that people were expecting me to carry myself, because that was why they were supporting me. So when Pimp would always say I'm the best rapper, I got to go somewhere, sit down, and actually be that best rapper, because he really believed that, and he not finna stop saying it.
Hell nah.
So if one day a nigga could show up and be like, we got 100 racks on so-and-so, because this type of shit was happening, you know, DMX and you know, Rockefeller and Rough Riders and all these different niggas was battle rapping against each other and shit. And I don't know when I'm gonna be in the room with one of these niggas. I'm gonna rap one of these niggas under the table if I gotta be, type of thing, because I don't wanna let that nigga down. Yeah. But then I would go around and tell nigga Pimp had the best beats in the world. Couldn't nobody make no better beats than Pimp. And you couldn't talk shit. Like, we both would brag on each other. But then he lived up to everything that I said he was and more. And so I'm just really trying to live my life nowadays to be the best version of myself that they saw, when all I saw was the worst version of myself in the moment. People sacrifice for me. And those people not here, man, and it's hard to enjoy it. I receive it, I acknowledge it, but it's like certain things I do and it feel bad because this person ain't here, or they not here, or she not here. You know what I'm saying? And this is what they wanted for me. A lot of these things that are happening for me now is because other people wanted it, other people fought for it, sacrificed, prayed for it. You know what I'm saying? Put their life on the line. I put my life on the line for French to see them, you know, get to where we was trying to go. My whole thing was never, UGK for me was never about money and music. I knew we were gonna make good music, so we was gonna make money. I had to get niggas home. That was my thing. I used to drive all the shows. I'd get up, I'd wake niggas up. I used to pack the suitcases because I got tired of the police on I-10 pulling us over and fucking our bags up because niggas just throwing shit in the suitcase. I started packing niggas' suitcase so when they opened it, they could see it was neat and folded. Ain't no dope in here. You know what I'm saying? We used to get pulled over literally every other weekend on I-10 after like 95. Once the interstate got hot, that was just a known thing that was gonna happen. I knew I had the license. I knew how to talk to police. So I would just drive. We'd get the show, go to sound check, get to the hotel, check niggas in, go do the show, come back. If it's cool in the city, we can vibe out. I'll let niggas, hey, you know what I'm saying, some little work out there if y'all want to holler at some hoes or whatever like that. If I knew it was a different vibe in the city, don't come out the room, shut the shit down. And in the morning, I wake niggas up, put niggas in the car, let's go. I was always the older one, the more responsible one in the group. And that was just the dynamic, man, because we had to get home. All that other shit never really mattered to me. I had people's husbands, people's sons, people's brothers. I've had friends that have had to make that call. My road manager literally 2 New Years ago had a heart attack on the road. I didn't want to have to call that man mama and tell him he didn't make it, no shit like that. But I'm the boss, that's the job. It's my job to call these people because I'm the one that told their family they was gonna be all right when they left with me. So I've always carried that kind of responsibility with me because ain't none of us out here doing it by themselves for the most part. You know, I could go out and rap by myself, but that ain't really fun. You know, I don't need a hype man. I don't need nobody to pick up the money. I don't need nobody to do sound check. But fucking fun is that?
Right.
You know, just out there by yourself. That's got to be miserable. I know a lot of niggas that don't want to be with nobody. I've been around you, my nigga. You ain't that cool to be around. You must can't stand your motherfucking self. Because I can't stand you sometimes.
Right.
After about an hour, you spend all your time with just you. Couldn't be me, my nigga.
Right.
But I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed, man. I made it this far. I can still see success down the road, and there's a clear path. And, you know, I try to leave instructions. I take my wife everywhere to all the business meetings so she can know everything from top to bottom. I try to, you know, leave instructions and be like, you know, this is what this company need to do. And she understand these things, and because I don't know. I don't know. So, you know, you gotta have a will. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have your will and testament. You gotta have who this money's supposed to go to. You have to have all your shit lined up.
All your affairs
You
gotta
gotta
be
have
in
all
order.
that shit because they will take
order.
your money and give it to the motherfucking state.
Yes, they would.
They are dying for you to take your shit when you die. They are hoping that somebody is so overwhelmed with emotion and grief after you pass that they don't do everything they're supposed to do and they can take some shit. Everybody wonder like, damn, our grandmother them had this house. What happened? What happened? When?
Ain't nobody to do the property.
Nobody do the shit, pay the property tax. Nobody did this, nobody did that. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy is that.
That's crazy.
And it's because people be overcome with grief. You know what I'm saying? And people don't have I don't understand men that live with women that they don't trust. I don't understand men that live with women that they hide money from. Why you got her? I might have got to know where everything at in case something happened to me, because I can't get to it.
Right.
And I can't be on the phone
Trying to tell
call
you,
and
yeah.
telling you where shit is at. Hey, you got to go to Terry's house. What for? Look, me and Terry, just go to Terry's house, tell Terry you need that from. Man, you know how hard it's gonna be to get that shit from Terry?
Oh, he ain't got nothing over
I ain't
here.
getting nothing. What are you talking about?
Bun came
Man,
got that shit 2 weeks
Boy,
talking
look here.
Bun having for the dementia.
talking about?
I mean, he got about 2,500 over here, but that ain't gonna really
I
help.
think he was at the last stage of his dementia.
I'm telling you.
y'all.
I gave him that
I
3
done
years
seen
ago.
it. I done seen it from the street side of what happened
It
when
was
your
that
shit ain't
dementia.
together and it go
me
bad.
both.
I done seen it from the absolute 100% legal side.
Right.
And shit, some of the most organized, having shit together people I've ever seen and known in my life. Smart, intelligent, sound people. And they but had no idea what you have to do when somebody dies. Like, you gotta prove you somebody's husband. Like, you can't just say, my wife. You got to go get the license. You got to have pictures. You got to have all this shit. Because they could just say it was a marriage of convenience and you wouldn't really. It's so much that goes into that type of shit. I didn't realize that till my sister-in-law died. And that's all I've been trying to do is make sure. Here's the other thing. Here's the crazy thing. This, and I don't, maybe more people know this. I didn't know this at all. So I'm doing my will. They say, well, who you want to give your money to? I said, I'm leave everything to my wife. Everything to my wife. Okay, and who else? What you mean? Ain't nobody else. Ain't nobody else. I died everything to my wife. What if she died before you? Fuck.
Think about that.
That was like 2 days. That was 2 days of reflection. Just the idea that my wife could die before me. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't even really like thought about that. Like just as a concept. That fucked me up. And if that happened in the moment, I know I wouldn't have been prepared. So all that shit that you know is gonna be hard and rough to deal with and painful to talk about and all that shit, do that shit while you got a sound mind and some free time. Cause when folks die, you got to get through them children, you got to get through mamas and all of that. I don't mean to be getting into this because I know you grieving, but you understand what I'm saying. This is very real. This shit is so hard to try to fight through dealing with the emotion, the grief, and you're trying to keep a lot inside because the children, you want to be there for the kids, and if the kids see you cry, they gonna cry. And it becomes a circle. So you're trying to be strong and do all this for you. And your parents see you hurt. Your parents waiting for you. Somebody wait, come on now. I can't do it. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And the more you try to make sure your house is together, the more you realize that the system is not. The system is counting on your fucking house to be a part.
And they want their money still until you prove who you need. But I'm like, if I'm trying to prove to you, and they calling for their money, they like, yeah, pay that until you can prove
them. Yeah.
I'm like, what?
So you paying penalties.
So I can
Off of some debt that
prove.
you can't, because you can't, it's a lot, man. And they ask these people to do this in some of the darkest, deepest moments of their life, bro. I seen that shit happen, man. That shit's not cool.
Yeah, who you
I watch
telling?
people I love go through it. And so I'm trying to be ahead of this shit and tell niggas.
That's where it comes back when you say, previous in the interview earlier, financial literacy. That's part of it. Everybody should have a will. I don't give a fuck. You 9. Keep writing in it until the end of time.
Working class people more than anybody. 9 to 5 people more than anybody need a will and testament because they're the ones that are gonna suffer most if they don't get the insurance money, if the house doesn't get, those are the people that, you know, there's enough money that if something happens to me, we have shared accounts, so that kind of a thing. So it's not like I would have a separate account and she got to prove she's my wife to get that money or anything like that. But everybody's life is not set up like that. That's why I say I don't understand why are you even sharing your life and your shit like that with somebody you really don't even fuck with? You know what I'm saying? You are not supposed to have a woman in your house you don't trust in your house. I know too many men that left for the weekend and came home and everything was gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, type of shit. And these things happen all the time. You have to be prepared for the worst. You don't sit around and think shit gonna go bad. You hope for the best. You plan for the worst.
Right.
And every time, like, something good happened to me, how you feel, B? Feel good. I'm all right. You know, I try not to get too high so that when bad things happen, I don't get too low. My son Brandon is like this, the most even-keeled person I ever seen in my life. I never seen him get excited, and I've never seen him depressed. The man, about 2 months ago, my son was working, doing construction. He fell off a house. I think they said about 12 or 13 feet. Broke his leg in 5 places. Broke both the tibia and the fibula in 5 places. On the ground screaming, you know, just trying to went to the hospital, gave him his dope, called us. I'm cool now. I'm good now. You know, and he's, you know, super athletic and, you know, work out and all of that. Now he can't really do nothing. Most people like that get very depressed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you all right over there? Yeah, shit, I'm watching football. I'm chilling, playing with the kids. I wish I could play a little more, but I'm down. I can't do much, but you know, I'm all right. Man, if I couldn't go nowhere and do nothing, I'd be about COVID. The only reason I survived COVID is because we had a backyard. We had a backyard and I could go outside and breathe and walk around and do shit like that. That being immobile, having to depend on somebody, that don't work for me.
Man,
that don't work for me. And he's over there like a champ, and he's like, yeah, I probably got about a year rehab. So
especially with them bones.
I'm gonna be down for a minute, old man. I'm gonna be down for a minute, but I'm be, you know.
But he got hopes of knowing that, oh, I'm straight.
Yeah, I mean, he's not, like I say, he doesn't get too down on himself, right? I'm having a bad day. You know, you look at your life, you think about your worst day. Let's say April 2nd is your worst day of the year.
Hey, that's my birthday.
Well, let's say April 3rd. Then.
There you go.
I want you to have a good birthday. I want you to have a good birthday. I don't want you to do that. But let's say April 3rd is the worst day of your year, right? So you look at the calendar, you zoom in on the calendar, and you see April 3rd, and you see this whole big, deep, dark crevice, right? Then you go out, you see the week April 3rd was on, and it's not that deep because of mothership, but it's not. Then you see the month of April, right? Then you see that year. Then you see 10 years. And you see enough of your life that those deep, dark moments are just a little blip on the radar. So you can't get stuck in that moment, in that sense, about how bad shit is. You have to trust that, well, if this is bad, let this be as bad as it get.
You gotta keep going.
You know what I'm saying? Let this be as bad as it get, and just let it get a little bit better every day. At least I can cling to that. You gotta find something to hold on to, man, to keep your sanity in this motherfucker.
You know, you old school driven. That come from old school. The new
generation.
generation.
I know a lot of old niggas is fucked up. Most of the people in my generation did not embrace the next generation, which means they were less receptive to embrace technology. I'm one of the last niggas in my generation to get on it, but I understood the value in it. And I had people helping me understand the value in it. Right. By the time a lot of my contemporaries tried it, there was nowhere for them to grow. It was no place and no space for them to really grow in it. You know what I'm saying? People get frustrated with this shit, and then they go sit down somewhere, go do some other shit because they don't want to come outside not looking how they supposed to look.
Right.
Yeah. The fuck that? What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah. Bring your ass on outside.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, bro, what you think?
But
What you think 9-year-old you look like? What you think 12-year-old? You think 12-year-old you look better than what you look like? No, nigga, we all look crazy. And then we made something ourselves. Somebody came around, cleaned us up or whatever. You got enough money to start looking like you're supposed to look at whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
I told my brother the other day, I said, bro, we are the new old niggas. We can't be acting like we them young niggas. When we graduated in 2010, this our position. When we graduated in 2010, it was some niggas who graduated from high school in 96 talking about some, I'm still the new, no, you not. You graduated in 96.
I just had to tell a nigga
Get outta here.
I've known him for many years, and he recently got locked up and he came home, and you know, he's definitely not the man he was before. You could tell that his life has been hard and he's been through some things. And he come out, he's like, man, I don't know how he got my number. I'm still looking for whoever gave Wink my number. But he called me, he was like, man, you know what, man, shit, I'm just trying to get back right. You know, I'm fucking with this music. Now I'm like, what you mean you fucking with this music? Like, I'm trying to do this music, man. I figure you could help me. Help you do what? You know, shit, hook me up with some DJs. I said, well, let me explain some shit to you. First of all, what do you think a DJ gonna do for you? Well, he gonna play my record in the club. When is he gonna play your record? Tell me what songs he's supposed to play your record in the middle of that ain't nobody gonna notice.
What?
Tell me the two big records that's jamming that's gonna play in the club. So they gonna play Dreams and Nightmares
And then
your shit. Right? That's what you're telling me. DJ lose his motherfucking job doing that shit. Secondly, what make you think I'm gonna use my relationship with a DJ to help you when I know you ain't jamming? You ain't heard my music. I ain't got to. I heard you rap before you went to jail. You wasn't good then.
Yeah, I shouldn't have called this.
But for everything I said, because he too old for this shit. He too old for this shit.
So you know exactly what he did. When he got off the phone with you, he called, hey Chico, when he got off the phone, he called some more niggas. Yeah, Bun, don't fuck with me.
Yeah,
Bun
nigga
don't
change, man.
No, let me tell you something.
believe
Selling
in
them
me.
goddamn burgers and shit. Now this nigga don't act like he know who the fuck I am.
Man, we wasn't cool before. Every nigga in my town know who I was cool with in school.
Yeah, nigga, I do too. You
They
just yelled
all
at me
know
like
who my
I
little
was
circle of
that nigga.
niggas was in school.
Right.
So
Oh, that nigga.
we don't be acting like
And
we
first
and
of
you
all,
ain't walk.
you-
We
and
ain't
you
walk no
50.
hallways. Your locker wasn't by mine. We wasn't in homeroom.
You in your 50s.
Nothing.
I'm not, and my thing is, I'm not finna lie to you. I'm too old to be on this phone talking about, well, let me see what I can do. Let me hit you back. No, because you're gonna be texting me. I don't want to answer all that shit. Looking
I
at
ain't
my
got
phone,
time.
getting mad. Fuck that.
I got a burger.
You know what I'm saying? I need to answer real calls on my phone. So I can't be disregarding my phone if I think you finna call me and text. Fuck that. Look here, my nigga. There's nothing I can do for you in this thing. I don't think there's anything you can do for yourself. Now, if you feel I'm wrong, by all means, go out and prove me wrong. I've had this conversation with my nephew. My nephew's like, Unc, I want to rap. Okay.
Prove it to me.
Go ahead, rap. You good, go for it. No, but I want to rap with you. No, you can't rap with me. You can't rap with me, nephew. You're not that good yet. You're not that good yet.
Oh, shit.
This nigga,
Look,
man.
wait. So this is what my
Nigga,
nephew
man,
told
my
me.
uncle,
This is what my
man.
nephew told me. My nephew say, did Granny tell you the same thing? I say, yep. And you know what I did? I moved out the next day. And I went and proved to her that I could make it when she said I couldn't. So, there you go.
Prove me wrong.
There you go.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah. Let's
man,
go out
you
there
know-
and do it.
Shit.
Go out there
I
and do
hear
it.
you. Nephew.
2 times a week.
I always believe it.
Nigga,
Two times a week.
my first song gonna be a diss
A
to
nigga
my
come-
uncle, nigga. First off, fuck my uncle,
Let
nigga.
it fuel
Told me I wasn't
the
shit.
fire. Let it fuel the motherfucking fire. Eminem mama fueled all the pain and hurt inside him to make all that music, and I bet ain't no nigga you know living good as Eminem mama. Even if he don't give a 100th of what he got, she's straight.
Right.
We're not finna do all of this. Let me tell you something. I'm very good at no. I'm very good at no.
I got to learn that.
I'm very good at no. We're not finna do this, especially in your face. Please don't ask me something in mixed company. Please don't ask me something in mixed company. Because then you go on to fight and all that type of shit. Because I'm going to tell you, you really want to have this conversation?
Yeah, I was going to send you some music. I'm going to just...
Yeah, this nigga's my
And I'm not saying I'm right. That's the thing. I'm not saying I'm right.
On the
That's
podcast.
that's a few that people understand, like you said earlier. Everybody don't know how to take criticism.
No.
Everybody, because I felt like how Pimp did. I don't feel like I done lied to a lot of people. And I'm not saying that I done lied to you. And who am I to tell you good or bad? That's my opinion, but you came and asked me. Should I tell you the truth or should I just give you some motivation?
Most people ask you that for you to tell them what they
want to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. The whole point of asking you
I told them what they want to hear.
This is how they ask you. This is what they say. They don't ask you what you think. They say, that shit jamming, right? Right?
You put the word right out the mouth.
Like it's infectious or some shit. Like if I smile hard enough, this nigga gonna smile too.
Yeah,
if I like it hard enough, he gonna like it too. That shit jamming hard.
Oh,
Yeah,
that shit
jamming hard, G. Not really, my nigga. But there's room for improvement. There's some room for improvement, but that's not right now, no.
Oh, you a realist.
Man, we got the hip hop historian in here, man. My boy
Come on.
Blueface. You know he got something.
Don't you saw him some shit, he gonna tell you. That ain't right.
I'm excited to see what he could possibly have new, because I feel like I done signed most of everything this nigga's had over the years. I've known Newface for several years now.
God damn it,
and I feel like every time I've ever seen him, he done brought me something to sign. And I feel like I done signed the catalog, so I don't know what's left.
No, it's Newface.
We done done the magazines and all this shit. I don't know what's left.
This
Nigga done been
nigga's
everywhere,
a Nuna
man.
guy. Nigga, this nigga is one from the outside the ice wall.
So what I had to do, I wanted to say for this platform, I put on social media when Rock the Bells announced that they were ever going to do the first ever hip hop cruise. I put my logo, Nostalgia, and Rock the Bells logo with this cruise. And I reached out to my Instagram supporters and said, can you tag Rock the Bells and show love, because I want to be on this boat. And everybody showed love, but I got this one DM from this brother right here. He said, give me your number. I'm going to make a call tomorrow. Suffice to say, I made it on that Rock the Bells cruise. My collection was displayed on the 7th floor.
See?
So I wanted to say personally, thank you for that DM, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
That's very easy, man. You do a lot to show people love and give people their flowers. You extend yourself on your dime, travel around this country. You know what I'm saying? To support. Even before you were knowing these people as contemporaries and friends, you were traveling around the country on your dime as a working man, parent, and all of this shit. Right? Single dad? See, you know what I'm saying? All of this type of shit, but still finding the time to get out there, support people, go to their concerts, keep the tickets, take pictures, get posters, all this type of shit, believing that there was gonna be inherent value in all this shit at a certain point. Everybody was gonna feel about these people like you felt about these people. Right. And look now, everybody does, and you are the premier historian of the culture. There's no reason that you shouldn't have been on that boat.
And LL, he did a book sign. LL Presents The Streets Win, 50 Years of Hip Hop Creative. And right there, in this book right there, they featured yourself.
Oh, wow.
I'll show you that. And again, so this was just put out. So
okay, so that's something new to sign.
Something new.
He
did it.
That nigga do face.
Boy, goddamn boy.
I got you. And I got the first Bun B Trill Burger when you came to Atlanta.
I thought you were about to pull that bitch out your pocket, nigga.
Man, if you would have pulled a Trill Burger out your pocket, that would have been hard.
Well, man, we see, you said it right there. Look, we got the stuff he was already signed. And we got the catalog. We got the, like I said, solo album he talked about that was difficult to make without his brother right there. But this is all.
This is my new thing. Newface is here.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Goodness.
Present tense. We got to start referring to you in the present tense.
All this. Like you said, it's already signed.
And these are not all in one sitting.
Oh, I
That's
know.
the other thing. There's the other thing. These are different moments, you know what I'm saying? Catch me in different places with different shit.
But that's a nigga that gave the dude your number that called you from jail.
That's cool.
How much
You
it
said-
gonna cost me? $100,000.
And it's crazy. I know the brother. I would love to help the brother. But whatever he thinks it is that I can do for him, I can't really do for him. For several reasons. You know, for several reasons. I wish him the best. And I would hope that people succeed in spite of me. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody that I didn't think could make it. And it's probably been one or two, for sure. But I hope you make it in spite of me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Blow up and shit on me. But
Drop your shit.
you know what I'm saying? I shit back though.
Yeah.
Shit, I do shit back though.
Right.
Just
Hey, when you was doing the, what was it, cannonball, gumball?
gumball.
What was your vehicle of choice?
Typically an Escalade if I can get them. They're very hard to get in Europe. You know what I'm saying? So, but they got a lot of room because I typically go 4 people. One of the people is like 6'5", 6'6", and some shit like that. And I need a car with a lot of room. And trunk space is valuable because you typically gone for 10 days. You know what I'm saying? You fly in, you got to get your car situated, you drive for 6 days, and then you got 2 days of partying on the back end of it. So I need a car with a lot of room so I can bring a lot of luggage. Now, there's some people that be in Ferraris and Lamborghinis and ain't got no luggage space in that, but these are very rich people, so they'll have
another car.
They'll have, well, sometimes they have another car. They'll have a support car, right? So that just carry their clothes and take pictures and shoot video of them. Or sometimes I know people that have shipped different clothes to different cities and they just leave what they want and just get to the hotel and it be clothes for that night and the clothes for the next day and they leave whatever they had and just keep going. But I've seen people spend some obscene amounts of money without trying to be not capping on just, they rich and it's just very convenient to do things a certain way.
That's always been something I want to do. That's my meditation, that's my leisure. I drive around, man. After shows, 90%, I say that at this point, 97% of the time, that's what I'm doing. Just because, it clears my mind and it's, just time for me to be able to gather my thoughts. But the gumball, just being able to ride around like that is something I always wanted. I'm not even in the cars, but just the actual.
It's intense though. It's intense because it looked like it's fun, but it is fun, but it's a lot. So let's say
it's a challenge.
The first day of driving is on Sunday. So we'll get in about Thursday or Friday. We'll drink and we'll party and party. And you get up Sunday. By noon, we get in your car. You're gonna drive about 6-7 hours. We'll get to the city. Gonna check in. We're gonna go to dinner. Gonna go to the club, party till about 3-4 in the morning. 9 o'clock in the morning, we're gonna get back in the car. We'll drive about 6 hours, go to lunch. Anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, depending on how fast you drive. Go to lunch, you're gonna drive another 4 to 6 hours. Check in, go to dinner, go to the club, party at 4 in the morning, get back up, get in the car, 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's intense.
No, it ain't. Not for me.
And the more, the further you go, the longer the drive gets.
I'd be straight.
I've driven, I did Atlanta to New York one day. That was the second day. First day was Miami to Atlanta. The second day was Atlanta to New York.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. As long as I ain't got to go to the party. And if they require you to go to the party, I might be in trouble.
We left Atlanta at 8 o'clock in the morning. I told these niggas we finna do the fastest, most serious driving you ever done in your life just to get to that bitch by midnight. Like, you got to do the best driving you ever done in your life.
You still got to not get pulled
just
over.
to get to that hole by midnight.
So how did the crew come about? Like, how did y'all meet? How did it all right, this will be us, this UGK, it's us. Like you said, can't nobody come in after. This is it.
No, UGK was several people. UGK was a group before me. Chad and this dude named Mitchell Queen were the original iteration of UGK. And then me and 2 other dudes came in, and then we became a 4-man group. And then the other 2 dudes decided to go play football and do other stuff. And we was left as a 2-man group, but we still had the 4-man group name. And so when we brought the demo to Big Time Breakers in the flea market in Houston, and we brought him to tell me something good, and he was like, I love this record. I think this is a good record. What's the name of the group? And we had no other name, so went back to UGK.
Man, that's love, man.
What's your favorite old school?
Car?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I had an 84 Park Avenue that my stepdaddy gave me. That was a good, dependable car. But I always wanted a deuce and a quarter. But just because it was called a deuce and a quarter.
Right.
But I come up in the era with the Toyota trucks.
You like the fucking Toyota trucks?
No, from the era where they were slab trucks. I don't know how they did everybody. In Texas, Corey, that's why Corey laughing. Corey remember that era. Corey was a little bitty boy back then. But that's when black people could typically, the only people that drop cars like that now are typically Latinos or Asians. Right. But that when black people, was dropping the Toyota. Not no big old Toyota either. Just a little bitty mini truck, man. We used to have the Yoda. In Port Arthur, we used to have this crew called the Yoda Posse. And they had 4 Toyotas. And they would drive through the hood and they'd get to the little intersection of your corner. Like I lived off 5th Avenue and 15th Street. Steven Jackson that played basketball and all that. He lived on between 4th and 5th. I lived between 5th and 6th. And then they would come through and they get to that little stop sign and then they're all turn. That would have turned and go. And that's when they used to have them. Niggas would make speaker boxes and wood.
For the whole bed.
Yeah, but they would make them at school though.
Yeah.
You used to have a wood shop class. And once niggas figured that type of shit out, but that was a whole hustle in itself. You had high school niggas making speaker boxes for grown people back then. Right. We used to take, I remember I used to take my mama, home stereo system, right, out of the house, put them in my homeboy car, connected through the amps, you know what I'm saying, through the wires, because everything used to have them wires that would go in the back and be playing my mama's speakers in the car because he ain't had those speakers. Man, I'm talking about, hey man, them was
House
the days.
speakers, that was them.
House speaker was lit. I had some house speakers in my car.
I asked Big Daddy Kane this on this platform. You remember how significant we are in the same game self-destruction was for our era. And with the current state of violence and things going on, if we were to put a self-destruction, 2024 together, what were like 4 MCs that you think would be vital for that type of movement in this generation?
Well, I mean, in order for it to really connect, these things to connect, you would have to have people that the young people of this generation would respect in that space. You know what I'm saying? I think a Killer Mike would be a great person to have, but I also think a Meek Mill would be a great person to have. I think Freeway would be a great person to have. And we would honestly need like another Lil Baby moment. You know what I'm saying? Because you need these younger artists that these kids can look up and respect and see themselves in. You know what I'm saying? Young people have to feel like you understand them, right? You're willing to meet them where they are. That don't mean be childish. That means understand their culture, understand their frames of reference, understand why kids are wearing hoodies in the summer, type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's got nothing to do.
Hood off.
You know.
You have heat strokes.
But again, I think I don't know if it really works because we actually live in an environment right now, musically, and this again, I'm not here to judge nobody, but we have more people that are active than are inactive. That's never really been the dynamic in the culture. You'd have a handful of people that were still in the life, but like Benny the Butcher got one foot in and one foot out kind of a thing. But we have people now who are, very prominent artists in the culture who are active outside. You know what I'm saying? Them in their circle, they really still in the element presently, for whatever reason. They still in the element. So I think it's very hard for people who are literally living a life that requires them to actively dodge violence from people to start saying stop the violence, because that's just not the world perspective that they have. And again, everybody ain't there. We would love for everybody to be positive and focused and give these good messages, but everybody ain't there. You'd ask 19-year-old me, wet me? Man, fuck what I don't know, nigga, move around. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Right? And I knew more than most niggas my age. Right. But I wasn't trying to speak on no shit like that. I wasn't trying to be active on no shit like that. Then you start having kids and you realize how long life really is, and just people that's gonna be living in this world when you gone. Right. And you start really thinking about, well, am I gonna leave this hole better than I found it? Or did I just take? You know what I'm saying? So I've lived long enough for the perspective to change for me. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta let young niggas that's active figure it out how this gonna go for them. Ain't nobody gonna stop doing what they wanna do till they ready. Right. You know what I'm saying? And some people, I know a lot of niggas that sold dope, got away for a long time, and hustle one day too long.
How to do it.
That's it. You hustle one day too long.
I gotta ask before you leave, man. He said something about murder. That verse, was you and Pimp in the studio together? Did y'all record that together, or was it?
Yeah.
Y'all was in it. Like, what was that like when you seen him rapping? Like, 'cause that was the first time, me personally, that I ever heard somebody rap to where it's 3 Pimp C verses that for me is Murder, a Kick Dough, and Kick Dough is my shit. And then the one where you talk about, how versatile he was when, gripping grain, switching lanes, selling cocaine out of candy thing. Jimmy Lil Wayne got a trunk of bang because I'm a hot boy. Like them 3 verses are the verses that, to me, if I had to, define Pimp to somebody who never heard him before, those would be the 3 I would play. But Murder, I think, is the most profound one. So, like, when y'all recorded that, were y'all in that space? Like, were both of y'all in that space to be able to put something down? Because both of y'all verses are ridiculous on
I would love to sit here and tell you a very deep, profound story.
I mean, I want to hear the real story.
Creation of Murder. The reality was, I've only really been, like, drunk about 5 days in my life because I have a really high tolerance. That was probably day number 2 in my life, where I'd actually been really drunk the night before, and I came in, I was fucked up. Now, Skip Holman, the studio where we used to work at, Corey, did you ever come over, Skip? All right, so, again, this is the guy that had Pro Tools in the beta version. He had probably the most digitally advanced board you could have. You had an SSL board, it had at least 100-something tracks, right? Beautiful setup, raised off the ground, whatever. So I came in and I went to sleep. Like they was laying the track out and production-wise, and I guess he laid his vocals. I don't know if I can't remember if I was awake or not, but I know I was asleep under the board. I was fucked up. I came in, I just went to sleep because that was the coldest place, because these big equipment have to have fans to keep them cool. Mm-hmm. So where the board at is typically where it's cool. So I went laid up under that hole and laid it down, right? And so they woke me up and they say, B, it's your time, you know what I'm saying, to rap. And so I got up. I guess I had written a rhyme before. Again, I'm getting old. I imagine I wrote the rhyme before because I know I didn't wake up and write it. I woke up and went in and I spit it. And what you hear is take two. So I had done take one. And they asked me, did I want to punch in? I was like, no, I'm going to just do it again. Take me back to the top. And so the murder that you hear is take two. I have no idea, no recollection of what Pimp was doing when he wrote his verse. I don't believe I was awake when he laid his verse. I was barely awake.
Crazy.
I was barely awake.
Verses, this nigga was asleep.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Murder was not even about Pimp. The whole point of Murder was me bitching constantly, man. You keep saying I'm the best rapper in the world. I can't show niggas I'm cold at 73 BPM, bro. I need some 85, some 88. I need some fast tempo music. And so Murder was the one. Murder was the one that was finally fast enough for me to really rap like I wanted
I'm the
to.
king of moving chickens.
But it also required him. It also required him to rap fast too.
Yeah.
And come like that on the song. I had no idea really that it was just a rhyme at the time. I did not write this rhyme and lay it and be like, the game has changed. I went back to sleep. And it just eventually became what it was because nobody was really from where we were and what we represented. When I say we, I mean the South. You had niggas that could spit from the South, but it was never really the objective to get caught up in that. It was really about making sure niggas understood what you were saying, because some of us had very deep and heavy accents and trying not to get their neighborhood and what they represent fucked up. We were already good on that. So I had been asking nigga for a rhyme where I could really rap. This was the one. I went and I felt like I did my thing, and then that was it. And it wasn't until really, because I didn't know if niggas that didn't rap would even appreciate it. And it ended up becoming, for one, like, it was almost like a bat signal to niggas in the South. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta spend your time being Southern, proving you Southern. We Southern. Ain't no way around it. Prove to them niggas you can do anything them niggas do. Not full time, you don't have to. But if I wanted to, I could do anything you doing. Very few people can say the same about how we move. There's a few people who are very comfortable doing more Southern-based type music, just as comfortable as they are doing things that are more to their region. But it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people, but now, in hip-hop now, you almost have to incorporate certain aspects of Southern lifestyle and culture for it to even resonate. See, we woke up one day and realized that if it's a numbers game, we win.
Hell yeah.
This is all about numbers. We got the most people. West Coast is California, Las Vegas, Seattle, you know what I'm saying? Oregon, maybe, I guess, some of that shit, right? That's technically, as far as we look on the West Coast, as far as hip-hop. Right. The East Coast is New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Philadelphia. They can't even claim D.C. You know what I'm saying? Right. The South. How many of these motherfuckers you want?
Texas,
Louisiana, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia.
Tennessee.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't even
Kentucky.
We ain't even got to these. Maybe it's like a Missouri, right? That y'all ain't East Coast, y'all show more like us, you know. The Midwest Coast is South, and they identify. The Midwest identifies with the South because they're nothing like the East Coast and nothing like the West Coast. So just based on identity and principle, that's why Washington, D.C. gravitates to the South, because you're nothing like the East Coast. You don't have to move that fast. You don't have to talk that fast. So when Texas niggas and Louisiana and South niggas come up, it make all the sense in the world. It's very easy for us to communicate to each other. Even if it is different slang. You know what I'm saying? We get each other. We kind of move the same way.
Talk.
I always laugh when you say you hit a bitch in the face with a pie a la mode.
Yeah.
The way
Slap-
that
we'll
nigga
slap
just
a
looked
bitch.
at you and nodded. Yeah, that's a fact.
So there's a very famous movie scene between Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn, and I think he puts like a cake or something in her face. But I remember that I'd never seen a man do that to a woman. Like, they was arguing about something and he slapped her in the face with a cake. I was like, that's pretty hard. I would love to just, you know, I would love to just put if I'm mad, like, because I don't want to fight you, right? But I feel like putting a cake in your face is just disrespectful enough to not, without constituting abuse. Yeah. Ladies, would you call the police if your man put a cake in your face? Would you consider that hands on you?
What would you say?
Like if y'all in the middle of a real bad bitch, you'll be bad. You gonna call the police?
You can't get mad off
call the police, right?
Well, depending on how delicious.
No, I'm not telling you niggas to. I'm not telling nobody out here to put no pie, no cake in no broad face, because I don't know what kind of woman you got.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend it. I'm just trying to read the room.
Right.
You know, the faces of the room and the women, they didn't really seem pleased by that. So if y'all having to date a woman that work behind the scenes up here, they ain't about that cake shit.
Now that you think about it.
They ain't taking no cake shit off.
They ain't had the type. When he wrote that rhyme, they wasn't wearing the type of eyelashes the ladies are wearing now. That'd be very detrimental.
Take that cake off your eyelash, come with it.
Take your cake off your face.
A lot of new things with these new women. There's a lot of new things. And new men. It's a lot different. Right? I'm glad I don't have to navigate that type of shit. No.
I hear that.
Find a spot on here to sign on the table.
Man.
I don't want to sign that.
We got open space right here.
You know what? I'm gonna get low, because that's what's wrong. Some of these niggas, y'all be having some middle-aged niggas in there, they can't get low.
Well, look, man, we got you some 85 South Show shit too.
Facts.
And I meant to hit y'all for hat size. I'm gonna have to send y'all some Trill Burger shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I got new errors now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come to the store to get it.
Come on, Joe.
We're gonna put some online merch out there, but it's best to, make niggas come in. I want them to come in and get the experience.
It's your first time coming through the trap for Pip.
Let it be the last.
Let it be the last.
So we gotta figure out how to do. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do
Bun
burgers
B,
here too.
we out of here.
Thanks.
We can set that up. We need to have a Trill Burger now.